It'll be the Bulls off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Duncan Robinson out there with Chris Paul. Then it's George. Then there's Edey. And it's Vassell in at the 3 slot. Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
Pass to Bailey. Outside, Simon. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities. Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Aldama, he's off on that one. Excellent D there from George. And here are the Bulls now. Down low. Here's Edey. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
This is one of the many things Paul George has done to help their offense. Effective ball movement.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I briefly spoke with the Hornets head coach. I wondered what coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, coach joked, going on to say, we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here's George. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Hornets with the rebound. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Simons. And the Hornets miss again. Paul outside. Now here's George. Shoots over Edgecombe. Aldama with the rebound.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
He gets that one.
Explosive in that painted area. Edgecombe can just rise above any type of resistance.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Vassell. Jacks up a 3. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Edey. And here's George.
2 minutes.
Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. George has got 5.
The defense must push Paul George further out. This guy's so adept at finding ways to score inside.
Simons finds Klingon. Here's Bailey. And Aldama has it in the corner. Here's Edgecombe. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game. George dishes to Paul. Vassell outside. Pass to George. Shoots over Simon. And there's Paul George on the assist by Vassell.
Now, Paul George, a tremendous jump shooter. Squares up, knocks it down. The defense has got to be better.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Edgecombe. Good on the 3-point shot. Edgecombe's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Vassell wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so Simons will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 1. Pass to Edgecombe. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Oh, boy, he attacks, but how about that rim protection? That is so good.
It's stolen by Aldama. Simons against George. Simons surveying the D. Back to Aldama. With 1 on the clock, he lays it in.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hornets lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. George is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Edey in at the 5. The Hornets with the lead, and it's Bailey in the corner. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And with his endless length, Ace Bailey's a good option down low.
Paul passes to Vassell. Pass to George. Clock at 6. The 17-footer. He squares up and sinks it. George has got 9.
What a wonderful shot to have in your arsenal. 3-level scorer, gets to the midi. We see you, PG.
George against Simon. Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown. He has 6.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Paul against Simon. Paul dishes to George. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Paul's shot is off. Charlotte leading by 4. Pass to Simon. And it's Edgecombe, top of the key. There's a screen by Aldama. And here is Simon. Lets it go from deep. Edey with the rebound. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The blocking foul is called as the shot goes down.
Now, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Do you watch Vassell? He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
Edgecombe with it, covered by Vassell. Pass to Aldama. For the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Chicago trailing. Paul outside. Vassell outside. Outside, George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy has the ability to make shots so easy.
Pass to Klingon. Launches it. He doesn't hit that one.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's deflected. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
A supreme athlete. Edgecombe can blow through the contact.
Paul passes to George. Good, and Paul gets the assist. George has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Bulls.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Aldama can't hit. Chicago leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Edey. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Klingon must screen for Bailey. It's sent back by Edey. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Paul outside. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
Well, right to the rim. If there's a size advantage, you attack immediately.
Good if it goes. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Hornets trail by 7. We've got Bailey. Santi Aldama is out there with Donovan Clingan. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Edgecombe in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now, here's Vassell. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. George against Simons. Here's Clingan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Clingan's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Hornets. Edey with a screen on Simon. Paul dishes to George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Bailey. Misses the 3. The Bulls leading by 5. Outside Robinson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Pass to Aldama. Clingan at the elbow. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Teams will foul Clingan. Free throw shooting right now is something he's got to work at.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
And simply put, Donovan Clingan is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
So he gets them both. The Bulls leading by 6.
Who's got CP?
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Bailey with the ball. Pass to Edgecombe. Clingan the screen for Simon. And it's Clingan with the jam.
You can't teach size, right? Clingan is already one of the bigger guys in this league, and you can see him adding another 10 or 15 pounds of muscle.
Now, here is George. He's got 17. It's a floater. Got a piece of it. Simons against George. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Clingan. 6 on the shot clock. Now Bailey. The three-pointer's off the mark. To the inside. It's stolen by Aldama. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Edgecombe. And it's off from three-point range. The Bulls leading by 4. George finds Vassell. Now here's George. And the Bulls with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Simons, the pass to Bailey. There's a screen by Aldama. Pass to Simons. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And you look at Edgecombe, he had really good assist numbers in college, and there you could see it translate at this level.
The Hornets shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Anthony Simons.
And the free throw, no good.
And on the court, Simons is like a lightning bolt of energy. He hustles hard and just puts in the sweat to outwork the other team.
Now here is Robinson. George, that's a two-pointer, kept alive. Ball outside. Edey with a screen for Paul. Robinson for 3. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Now, here's Simon. 8 points for him. Pass to Aldama. Simon's up top. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Here's Clingan. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Clingan's got 8 points.
And what's scary about Clingan, he's still learning how to score around the rim. Donovan will only get better.
George looking over the floor. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 20. And Simons has got the ball here for Charlotte. 6-point game. And the slam dunk by Simons.
And that's some serious liftoff from Simons. Wow.
George in the post. Takes it off the glass. He's got 22.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Bulls on top. They lead by 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here. with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. So the Bulls 5 right now. George is out there with Zach Edey. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Paul in at the point.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Inside, here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And it's George missing. Hornets trail by 4. Outside, Simons takes it inside, and it's Quinn with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Paul. George with the screen on Simon. George in the post. Defended by Aldama. George, no good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Pass to Bailey. Back to Aldama. Here's Edgecombe. Edgecombe with the screen for Simon. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's all knotted up.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Now here's Paul. Paul George. Oh, and wide open, nails the jam.
Boy, you have to love his demeanor today. Paul George has been dialed in, nothing distracting him.
Outside, Simon. Finally got it after a couple of offensive rebounds.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Now here's Paul. Vassell misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Simons with the ball, defended by George. To take the lead. Outside Simons, from outside, Crane from outside.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Here's George. A minute 50 left here in the 4th quarter. For 3. The shot is off. And here's Charlotte stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And Simons, here we go. The 3 doesn't go. Bulls trail by 3. Here's George. Clingan with the block.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Clingan can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Simons against George. Edey with the steal. Now here's George. Clingan covering. Oh, and he cannot get the layup.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Simons, a huge two-handed slam.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
The Bulls call timeout. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that hub?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Here's Robinson. Now Edey. Here's George. Robinson fires. Knocks down the three.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
The Hornets call time. One second separating the shot clock and game clock. George against Simon. Shot clock at 6. Ace Bailey. He's off from 3. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Anthony Simons out there with Edgecombe. Then there's Donovan Klinger. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Bailey in at the small forward. Knocks down the 3.
Locked and loaded. Edgecombe firing at will.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Chicago. Outside, Vassell. Now George with the shot. And he misses the J. Simons against Paul. Shoots the 3. 3. Good.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
Paul outside. A minute into overtime and what has been a great game so far. Klingen with the steal. Fast break now for Charlotte. Good! Some old school moves in the post.
And this is what Simons does best. Once he catches fire, this guy is a tough one to put out.
Outside George. the clock. They can't stop the run with that one. Guy, it's a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
George against Simon. No good from 3. Bulls trail by 8. George with the ball. Bailey picks him up. Right side George. Now Edey. Oh, what a play inside.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here's Simon. Jacks up a 3. Edey rips down the rebound. And the Bulls with possession. Now George. Edgecombe with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Foul. Second team foul. At the line for Charlotte, Edgecombe. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Well, you want to talk about upside. VJ Edgecombe has as much as anyone in this class, except for maybe the top pick, Cooper Flag.
Chicago calls timeout. 27 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. George.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop him.
Shooting for Chicago, Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And both free throws good for Paul George. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Hornets, Edgecombe. Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Now Paul. Edey with a screen on Simon. Robinson outside. Lets loose a 3. Now Paul fires the 3. And it doesn't go. And he commits the intentional foul.
Dylan Vassell. Fourth personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for two, Edgecombe.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting into overtime.
So it's the Hornets picking up the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. But first, let's reveal our player.